In the headlines, Rivers Chief Judge rejects Assembly's request to probe Governor Fubara. Vanden Kashim Ajeri brought to food. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu says Nigeria developing verified national database on abductions. The Deputy Governor Dennis Idahosa issues 1-week ultimatum to waste managers over poor service. So new rules spare place to February. Hello there, good evening, and many thanks indeed for joining us on the news broadcast on Independent Television with me, Organi Victor, presenting at Abuja Network Center. I'm not alone. I've got my colleagues across Lagos and, of course, Benin Network Center. We start from Benin Network Center. Lawrence Osifo is co-anchoring the news with me. Hello, Lawrence. Thanks for joining me.
Good evening, Victor, and it's a great pleasure to have you tonight on the news.
My pleasure, too. And at Lagos Network Center, I've got Patricia Gabriels. My pleasure welcoming you to the presentation tonight, Pat.
Good evening, Victor, and it's good to see you this evening.
It's good to see you too. Let's now bring you the news in detail. Vice President Kashim Shettima has announced that Nigeria no longer views food security through a narrow agricultural lens, but as a fundamental microeconomic security and governance issue. As State House correspondent Irata reports, the Vice President made the declaration at a high-level panel at the Congress Center during the 56th World Economic Forum meeting in Davos, Switzerland. Let's bring you the reports.
The title of the high-level panel is When Food Becomes Security. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who is representing President Bola Tinubu at the Global Economic Summit, says Nigerian government no longer treats food security as a narrow agricultural concern, but as a strategic pillar for governance, economic stability, and regional cohesion. He noted that Nigeria had begun a multi-dimensional agricultural drive designed to insulate the nation from global shock while restoring the prosperity of ASCET regions. The Vice President says Nigeria's food security strategy is anchored on 3 pillars, which are increased food production, environmental sustainability, and deeper regional integration within the West African sub-region. To address this concern, the Vice President added that the government is promoting drought-resistant, flood-tolerant, and early maturity monitoring varieties of food crops such as sorghum, design stems, southern
But supply disruptions there. Yeah. I don't want to be much on that, but honestly, we have to look inwards and see to it that there's Africans behind solutions to our problems. And honestly, we have no business in import. Honestly, I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart.
identified importance and foreign volatility as major drivers of food inflation. Ikaro Atta, ITV News.
From Devils, let's bring you back to Nigeria, where we hear that the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu has announced that Nigeria is developing a national database to provide single, accurate and verifiable of deaths and casualties from violent extremism and attacks by non-state actors. Defense correspondent John Taylor reports that the NSA made this statement during the inaugural meeting of the United States Joint Working Group on Security in Abuja.
Adopting the book of Nigeria security advice convened these high-level senior Nigeria and U.S. government and security officials in attendance. Security Forum developed strategies to trade in national and emphasized that the federal security cooperation with the United States. He stressed that the protection of all citizens, regardless of religion, is a non-negotiable priority.
Nigeria is expanding early warning and rapid response mechanisms, developing a national database to serve as a single authoritative source of accurate and verified on death and crime violence for the first time. This effort in evidence-based making.
Advanced freedom and security will help the United States and Nigeria to enhance the reciprocal benefits of our relationship, solidifying trade and economic deals, degrading terrorist groups that threaten our interests, strengthening health responses, among many other areas.
Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, stated that the police and other security agencies will implement proactive measures working closely with U.S. partners to protect vulnerable communities.
We are taking advantage of this offer to ensure that the vulnerable communities in Nigeria are well protected. What we are having here today is the first joint working group of the U.S. and Nigeria on how to address the challenges of mass killing, adoption of innocent civilians in our vulnerable communities.
The U.S. Nigeria Joint Working Group represents a significant step towards bilateral arrest mass killings and adoptions across Nigeria. From Abu John Taylor,
You can watch ITV live on www.itvradioNG.com/live or follow us on our social media platform on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at ITV Radio Nigeria. And in Benin City, Edo State, where the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, has issued a one-week ultimatum to waste managers across the 18 local government areas of the state to wake up to their responsibility of waste disposal or have their contracts terminated by the state government. The deputy governor handed down the order during a crucial meeting with the state accredited waste managers and other stakeholders in Benin City in Government House, as Deborah Ugbaifun brings the details.
As one of the ways to actualize the shine agenda of the Governor Monday Okpebholo-led administration, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, invited all state-accredited waste managers, local government chairmen, and other stakeholders for a meeting. Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa said the crucial meeting is to brainstorm on ways to manage waste generated in the state, challenges, and profile solutions.
We will no longer tolerate this attitude. Yes, there are challenges, but we are ready to join you to provide solutions to some of these challenges.
Right Honorable Idahosa said waste management is an integral part of the aesthetics of the state. Hence, the waste managers have 1 week ultimatum to wake up to their responsibilities.
1 week to meet up with your responsibility, or we will revoke your agreement with both the state and the local government.
The State Commissioner for Environment and Public Utility, Barrister Nosa Adams, says a cleaner Edo State is possible if the waste managers are up and doing, and suggested the setting up of feedback mechanism between the state government and waste managers. The Managing Director, Edo State Waste Management Board, Lucky Eneita, said government has invested massively on waste management.
If you have an area you are responsible to, please make sure to cover the area and cover it appropriately.
Our administration is committed to strengthen the framework that guides the operation of accredited waste managers.
Some waste managers suggested ways to drive the enforcement process, challenges, and way forward.
There are still some people who may not be able to pay.
From Government House Benin, Deborah Ugbaifun, ITV News.
Guest on a current affairs program 60 Minute Nigeria on Thursday advised political office holders to place the welfare of the people above personal interest, as concern continues to trail the practice of godfatherism in Nigerian politics, as Oluwafemi Farayola brings in details.
The guests made the call while analyzing the renewed political tension in Rivers State, which they attributed largely to godfatherism and the strained relationship. Further called on political actors in Rivers State and across the country to put peace, development, and good governance above individual ambitions in order to strengthen Nigeria's democracy. Oluwafemi Farayola, ITV News.
Let's take you now to Kano State, where the Kano State government has taken over the prosecution of the gruesome murder of a housewife and her 6 children at the Dorayi Chiranchi quarters in Kano Metropolis. Abdul Ibrahim, our Kano correspondent, brings us the details.
Briefing journalists in Kano State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Abdulkarim Kabiru Maude said the decision followed directives from the state governor. He explained that the move is aimed at ensuring a thorough, transparent, and speedy prosecution of the case. In line with the provision of the law, the Attorney General commended the Kano State Police Command for its swift and professional response, which led to the arrest of the suspects linked to the incident. He assured the resident that the state government remained committed to ensuring justice is served, stressing that anyone found culpable will be held fully accountable.
A line uses excellencies, PAM's directives that justice must not only be done, but it must be seen to be done. The Kano State government, through the Office of the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, will take over the prosecution of this matter. A dedicated legal team is being constituted under the direct supervision and leadership of the Attorney General of Kano State, who will personally oversee this case to ensure diligent handling, timely issuance of legal advice, and the effective prosecution of all persons allegedly found to be culpable in the Seniors Act.
The state government says it will continue to collaborate with the security agencies to ensure the role of the law prevail. Abdul Ibrahim reporting from Kano for ITV.
Nigeria's premier private university, Igbenedion University, Okada, has announced that its 2025-2026 matriculation ceremony will hold on Saturday, January 24, 2026 at 10 a.m. at the university's main auditorium in Okada. The ceremony will feature a lecture titled Career Enhancement Through Diversity and Inclusive Initiatives to be delivered by Professor Andrew Haruna, Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University. In a statement signed by the Director of Public Relations, Loki Ebo Onokwe, says fresh students will be formally admitted into the university's 7 colleges, namely College of Health Sciences, Pharmacy, Natural and Applied Sciences, Law, Engineering, Arts and Social Sciences, and Business and Management Studies. The statement explains that the management of the university extends warm congratulations to the new intakes, assuring them of a rich academic experience, supported by dedicated faculty and staff. The event will also be accessible online via meeting ID 748-491-8882 with the password IUO CADA.
A Lagos State High Court has adjourned the Owode Oniru Crisis Court case to the 26th of February 2026. The court also granted application of the applicant seeking to be joined in the matter, represented by the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Falana. Our correspondent, Aiboje Iwura, has the details.
The judgment creditor does not have such privileges under state court orders and rules, but can be allowed if the counsel can refer the court to any similar matter. After several references have been made, the court granted the leave of the judgment creditor, insisting that they should only restrict their response to the new issues raised. After proceedings, counsel to the applicant seeking to be joined on the matter and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, said that they to approach the court in justice on the traders, while counsel to other parties declined interview.
In the case before the court, our clients were not parties to the case. The judgment was delivered, and in the course of executing the judgment, their name was added. And so we have approached the court. I judge that this. The other side has filed a counter affidavit. So in court today, the judgment creditors have asked for an adjournment to allow them to respond to our affidavit.
The matter has been adjourned to the 26th of February 2026 for motion of notice to be heard. From Lagos, Aiboji Horia, ITV News.
Moving on, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Lagos State Command, Area D Command, Badagry Division, in pursuance of the Corps on effective of creation, has taken the community feedback from stakeholders on issues of vandalism of assets and infrastructure in Lagos State.
Mr. Dedotun Kashiru said the protection of our national assets and infrastructure is yet limited to critical sectors such as oil and gas, transportation, power and telecommunications, education, health, amongst others. but remain one of the core statutory mandates of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Hence, the need to collaborate with the locals. The state commandant, represented by the head of Critical National Assets and Infrastructure Department, Deputy Commandant of Corps, Kolawole Agbetilui, said the meeting is collaborating with stakeholders and achieve its mandates.
The Corps is responsible for protection of critical national infrastructure, such as oil and gas pipelines, power resources, education facilities, and other strategic assets. Disaster management, emergency response, operation, and material service.
The meeting was attended by the Nigerian Air Force, Customs, Immigration, Police, and other agencies. From Lagos, Messalina Nkwo, ITV News.
You're still on to the ITV Network News, broadcasting live on independent television. We take a break to bring you more reports. Stay with us. Thank you so much for staying with us on the Network News tonight. And moving on, surveyors in Edo State have been equipped with the knowledge on the diverse applications of drone technology and the need to maximize its use in strengthening Nigeria's security architecture. The enlightenment was provided by seasoned professionals at the 4th session of the 2025-2026 Mandatory Continuing Professional Development MCPD training organized by the Nigerian Institute of Surveyors Edo State branch. As Joy Obarasiagbon was there and brings in the details.
The training held at the Faculty of Engineering, University of Benin, Ugbowo campus provided a platform for surveyors to enhance their skills and expand their knowledge in the use of drones. Resource persons at the program highlighted the potential of drone technology in surveillance, monitoring, mapping, and rapid response to security threats.
Intelligence has been defined in many different ways, such as in terms of one's capacity for logic, abstract thought, understanding, self-awareness, communication.
It is the frame that holds all the parts, all the components together, just like the vehicle is built on the chassis.
The interactive training also featured a practical drone flying session where surveyors and students gained first-hand experience in operating different types of drones. In an interview, the chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Edo State Branch, Surveyor Bruno Dawigbinnovia, said the training forms a part of the institution's commitment to ensuring its members remain updated on emerging trends and modern technologies in the profession.
The Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Edo State, can collaborate with security agencies to achieve a well-secured state.
With the training of drones, if the government and policymakers can make provisions of these drones, I think will curb insecurity.
Drones are not just there to give you pictures. We have the one that will give you geospatial intelligence, give you coordinates, real-time coordinates.
It was actually based on security surveillance. Whether you are moving around or you are in one place, the drone has the capacity to actually monitor.
With the new acquired knowledge, surveyors are expected to play a more active role in enhancing security and promoting sustainable development in Edo State. From Benin, Joy Obaisiagbon, ITV News.
Away from Edo State, let's take you to Rivers State, South Nigeria, where the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon C. Amadi, has declined a request by the Rivers State House of Assembly to constitute a 7-man investigative panel to probe allegations of gross misconduct against the governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Maodu, citing subsisting court orders and a pending appeal. Justice Amadi's position was conveyed in a formal letter addressed to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Martins Amewele, acknowledging receipt of 2 separate requests from the legislature dated on the 16th of January 2026. The requests were made pursuant to sections of the 1999 Constitution following resolutions of the House to initiate impeachment processes against the governor and his deputy. According to the Chief Judge, the Assembly's requests were accompanied by extensive documentation, including copies of the notice of allegations of gross misconduct, the Rivers State Impeachment Panel Conduct of Investigations Procedure 2025, the relevant newspapers' publications. However, Justice Amadi disclosed that his office had earlier been served with 2 interim injunctions issued by the Rivers State High Court sitting in Oyibo on January 16, 2026. The suit filed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Udu listed the Speaker and 32 others as defendants, with the Chief Judge named as the 32nd defendant. There was jubilation in Umelu community in Ikbubawaka local government area of Edo State as Comrade Amadi Ehigi was installed as the new Okayele by the Ojonwere of Umelu community, Papole Nodiase, according to the Benin tradition and custom. As Egusa Agbolaho report that several dignitaries attended the event.
The installation of Comrade Amadi Eige as the new Okagile of Umelu community by the Odionwe Papulin Odiase was in accordance with the Benin customs and tradition. Umelu community in Ikpobaga local government area of Edo State was filled with joy as elders, leaders, women, youths, and residents gathered to be part of the installation of a new Okagile. The event, marked by age-long customs and cultural display, took place at the elders' chamber known as Ogwedion. After the ceremony, the elders and the newly installed Okagile led community members to inspect the proposed site for a new town hall expected to serve as a center for meetings and communal activities. In their remarks, the Odionwe Papulin Odiase expressed confidence that the new Okagile will promote unity and development. While the second in command, known as Ozupo Giver, Pa Friday Idugi, said the installation marked a new phase of progress for the community.
It's in line with our tradition. It is the community that chooses the Okagile.
The newly installed Okagile, Comrade Amadi Eige, his vice, Comrade Osaume Nwago, and other elders expressed satisfaction with the success of the event.
Mayo bosu duna kena ba edna dogi agagogo olago dau o revuna.
The elders are the owner of the community, not for the youth. The youth are to work and assist the elders.
ITV News.
Still on community matters, where the Odionwere and elders in council of Okpebo community in Oredo local government area of Edo State, acting on the directive of His Royal Majesty Oba Eware II, the Oba of Benin, have announced the appointment of Comrade Nice Ifa Akbale as the new Okagile of Okpebo community. According to the statement signed by the Odionwere of Okpebo community, Pa Frank Ikure, the appointment, which is in line with the directive of the Oba of Benin, is aimed at fast-tracking the social-economic development of the community. The statement explains that the announcement is to set the record straight and inform the public of the new leadership. The Odionwere and the elders in council also urged the members of the public who intend to engage in any land transactions within the community to contact the Odionwere directly. This, they noted, would ensure that all dealings are conducted transparently and legitimately. The appointment of Comrade Naisifa Akbale as the new Okagile is expected to inject fresh momentum into the community's development efforts. In his role, he is expected to work closely with the Odionwere and other stakeholders to promote peace, progress, and prosperity in Okpebo community. You're still on to the main news on Independent Television. We'll take another break to bring you more reports shortly. After the break, stay with us.
Benin Cultural Dance, a unique dance and quality dance steps of the Benin people. This dance is a vibrant mix of traditions, arts and beliefs, deeply rooted in the country's diverse ethnic groups and their rich history. The dance has artistic expressions depicting the people's history. Benin people have been famous for bronze and brass work, some of which is said to date back from the 13th century, especially ivory and wood carving. In Benin, the people dance to show respect, honor, dignity, which they honor. They dance to show royalty, as natives are seen in their numbers around their body depicting the symbol of kingship.
We appreciate you for your time for staying with us on the news tonight. Moving on, the Onwa Conscience has condemned the All Progressives Congress APC over its endorsement of Senator Adams Oshiomhole for a second-term bid for the Edo North senatorial seat. The condemnation followed a press conference held on Wednesday at Imaru House, located at the Murtala Mohammed Way in Benin City, as Joy Obarasiagbon, who was there, brings the details.
In almost 3 years in the Senate, the Onwa nation has not felt the representation of Oshiomhole.
Onwa Conscience is a non-partisan group committed to the survival and development of Onwan East and Onwan West, particularly in the equitable distribution of power and resources in Edo North. The chairman of the group, Honorable Richard Ofemu, expressed the group's grievances over Senator Adams Oshiomhole's second-term endorsement. He called for justice and equity for the Onwan people, lamenting what he described as a persistent plot to marginalize the Onwan bloc in Edo North politics.
With the benefit of hindsight, the Esako bloc of Edo North has in the past produced the following persons as senators: Senator Franka Afegba, Senator Richard Leman, Senator Abat Legoge, Senator Oyofu, and Senator Francis Alimikina, who both served for 8 years respectively. This is in addition to the monopolization of the ministerial, ambassadorial, deputy governorship positions and legions of other top political appointments.
And you have a lot of very capable, very competent Onwan people who have contributed tremendously in various aspects to the growth and development of not just Onwa and Edo State, Nigeria as a whole.
Some members of the group also expressed disappointment that the party would prioritize the ambition of an individual over the collective needs and aspiration of the Onwan people. They urged all well-meaning sons and daughters of Onwan to rise above partisan sentiments and unite behind an Onwan candidate for the Edo North senatorial seat ahead of the 2027 elections. From Benin, Joy Obaisiagbon, ITV News.
And still on political matters, as the 2027 general elections approach, the African Democratic Congress ADC in Igbo, local government area of Edo State, has inaugurated its party secretariat. Jonah Morowa reports that the notable party leaders in Igbo were present at the event.
The state chairman of the African Democratic Congress, Mr. Ken Odion, alongside members of the state working committee, received a rousing welcome from party leaders and members at the Igbo party secretariat. In his remarks, the ADC state chairman urged party members to shun division and work collectively towards the growth and electoral success of the party.
A divided majority is a minority. No matter how we think we are smart, if we don't put our interests below the overall interest and the collective interest of Igbo people, we will think we are moving forward. Rather, we are doing damage without knowing.
The member representing Igbo Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoye, in his goodwill message, commended the state leadership and the Igbo chapter for their commitment to the growth and development of the party. Other party leaders who spoke expressed optimism that the African Democratic Congress would emerge victorious in forthcoming elections across the state.
People are voluntarily supporting the party, and people are coming out to say that yes, enough is enough. It is no longer business as usual. We need genuine changes in our community. We need genuine changes in Edo State. We need genuine changes in Nigeria. The starvation that they are imposing on the people of Nigeria and Edo State, enough is enough.
Changes of badness to goodness. We want to change that narrative of hunger and insecurity. These are changing for good.
Today, indeed, we are very ready to contest the 2027 general election. And by the special grace of God, we will emerge as a winner.
Jesus
The highlight of the event was the unveiling of the Igbo ADC party secretariat by the state chairman, flanked by other party leaders. From Benin, Jonah Omowa, ITV News.
The member representing Ovia Northeast Constituency 2 at the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Andrew Zamere, on Thursday inaugurated a block of 3 newly constructed and fully furnished classrooms at Osunde Primary School in Egboha community in Ovia Northeast local government area of the state. The project, which includes purpose desk and chairs, toilet facilities, and a headmaster's office, is aimed at improving learning conditions and promoting quality basic education within his constituency. Patience Osarogiwa brings more.
The inauguration ceremony drew leaders of the All Progressives Congress, APC, elders of the Egboha community, education stakeholders, teachers and pupils who turned out in large numbers to witness the unveiling of the new classroom block. In his remarks, Honorable Andrew Uzame said the project was driven by his passion for educational development and the need to provide a conducive learning environment for the pupils. The lawmaker further assured the people of Egboha community of his continued commitment to people-oriented projects across the constituency.
When you are elected into an office, you have to do something for your people. Education is the best legacy that we can leave for our children. It is the key that opens the doors for eternity for every child.
The headmaster of Osunde Primary School, Mr. Osaro, expressed appreciation to the lawmaker, noting that the additional classrooms and office space will significantly enhance teaching and learning activities.
We now have a safe, clean and inspiring environment for learning. The noble intervention has given it to the morale of both teacher and the pupils.
The Edo State Commissioner for Oil and Gas, Barrister Vincent Uwadia, alongside community leaders, commended Honorable Zame for prioritizing education and initiating projects with direct benefits to the people.
I want to commend Andrew Ware for being living up to expectation, for representing the people well. The shine and agenda of the present governor is that every child must be having a qualitative education.
Mr. Uzame has answered our prayer. He promised he's going to give us a good sanitary class, and he has done it. We really appreciate it.
The highlight of the ceremony was the formal inauguration and inspection of the newly completed classrooms, toilet facilities, and headmaster's office, followed by the official handover of the facility to school authorities with a call for proper maintenance to ensure sustainability. From Egboa community in Ovia Northeast local government area, Patience Osaugiwa, ITV News.
Peaceful coexistence and effective leadership is an antidote to crisis and unrest in the society, which is why the Palace of the Oba of Benin has appointed Okao Noregwa, Chief Igi Osamoyi, and other palace chiefs to mediate on the lingering crisis in Orio-Zolwa, and by extension its neighboring communities in Huode and Ovia Northeast local government area of the state. Chief Igi Osamoyi and his entourage visited Orio-Zolwa on Tuesday and were warmly received by elders and other natives of the community. The report is presented by Itmomosa Ugiagbe.
It was jubilation in Orio-Zolwa community as the natives rolled out the drums to celebrate the arrival of Okao Noregwa, Chief Igi Osamoyi and his entourage. Their mission is to intervene and amicably resolve the rift between factions in Orio-Zolwa and also its neighboring communities to engender a peaceful coexistence that will bring about desired development in the area. Addressing elders and other natives of Orio-Zolwa, Okao Noregwa, Chief Igi Osamoyi, said they were delegated to find lasting solution to the crisis in the area as there can be no meaningful development in an atmosphere of rancor. Some elders and natives expressed happiness with the decision of the Oba of Benin to find lasting solution to the area.
They said they will see that the real thing that is going on the ground will be done properly.
People, when Oba said come, the way they talk to us, we like them. They said they will come here and settle us, make the village live peaceful.
At the time of our around, most of those grievances will put the bishop table so that they will put the addresser.
We are so happy when they spoke to us. We now embrace the peace that the great Oba NY came to rescue us with the legal issue that has been on ground.
Itmomosa Ugiagbe, ITV News.
Another break is up next on the Network News Tonight. Stay tuned. Well, thank you for staying tuned. And moving on, as part of activities marking the 26th remembrance of late Mrs. Margaret Elimihe, a grand reception organized by her children in Nigeria and in the diaspora has been held in her honor. Francisca Egenegbale reports that the event held at the Ikehe Primary School field in Igwebe, Edo State, was graced by dignitaries from all walks of life. The report is presented by Williams Yama.
The 26th remembrance of Mrs. Margaret Elimihe featured a processional dance by the children, family members, friends and well-wishers. In a show of love and respect, children of the deceased took turns on the dance floor to celebrate her legacy. Eldest son of the deceased, Honorable Hemsho Elimihe, who is the acting chairman of Igwebe local government, his siblings eulogized their mother as a rare gem, a virtuous woman whose legacy of love, discipline and kindness will forever be remembered.
It was very nice. You can testify to it now. All these were people, I didn't even invite them. They heard I want to do something like that. They have to come and pay the last respect to her for the fact that the life she lived was a very life of emanation.
She's such a wonderful woman, a woman with peace, with dignity, with honors and everything.
She's always happy, always telling you, advising you, telling you the good things of life, encouraging you, even when you are down. She's always giving you that encouragement for your spirit to be lifted up to do whatever you want to do.
She's a woman who loves everyone. If my mother eats, he must like to give other people around her.
For the children to be able to come together to say, hey, let us have remembrance for our mom, I think they have done very, very well.
William Siama, ITV News.
Old students of Edo Boys High School, formerly known as Adolo College, class of 1994, have held a reunion party aimed at rekindling old friendship and strengthening unity among members. The event brought together former classmates from different walks of life who converged after 31 years of leaving school to share fun and memories, as Wellington Akodeja brings in the details.
Members of Edo Boys High School Old Students Association class of 1994 whining and dining together after 31 years of leaving the school. In his comments, President of Edo Boys High School Old Boys Students Association class of 1994, Pastor Desmond Uyi said the reunion was organized to promote togetherness, encourage networking, and give back to the alma mater.
I was going to check on somebody that I love so well. I placed a phone call to him just to check on his welfare. I never knew 6 years later we are going to be gathered like this. And over that time, we have connected. We have helped the sick among us. We have contributed to help those that might be facing 1 or 2 financial needs. Just from a single phone call.
Some old students of the class described the reunion as emotional and fulfilling, saying that it provided them an opportunity to reconnect, share experiences, and plan for the future.
The idea is about networking, reconnecting, and seeing how we can harness our individual potentials.
Meet ourselves again after a long time of 31 years since we left Adolo College, now Edo Boys High School.
A kind of reunion to come together as old boys of that school, to felicitate together, celebrate together, and also to share old memories. It's fun meeting our old boys again, meeting someone you schooled together 31 years ago.
From Benin, Wellington Akodeja, ITV News.
And for more exciting news in the world of sports, let's join our sport correspondent, Usemodiame Usagi.
Super Eagles striker Akor Adams's strike against Algeria has been listed among the top 5 goals of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations by the Confederation of African Football. Akor's superb goal in Nigeria's 2-0 quarter-final win over Algeria was rated among the best of the competition by CAF. The 25-year-old received a pass from Victor Osimhen early in the second half and dribbled past Algeria goalkeeper Lucas Zidane before slotting into an empty net for Nigeria's second goal of the match. Morocco's Ayoub El Kabi, Cameroon striker Christian Koufane, Adil Borbina of Algeria, and Senegal's Pape Gueye are the other players who have their goals listed in the top 5. Elsewhere, France striker Jean-Philippe Mateta has told Crystal Palace he wants to leave amid interest from other Premier League and European clubs. Mateta has 18 months remaining on his current deal at Selhurst Park and as things stand will not be signing an extension. Juventus have tried to sign the striker this month but have failed to reach Palace's valuation, which is believed to be around £40 million. Aston Villa, who have been keen on Mateta for some time, have also shown interest in a move. And that's it from Sports Desk. I am Usemodiame Usagi.
And that's the size of our package on the network news tonight. And on behalf of my colleagues in Abuja and in Lagos, Victor and Patricia, I am Lawrence Osifo, thanking you for being a part of the news tonight. To have a beautiful night rest. Good night.
ITV, certainly the best.